Hello and welcome to Marketplace Matters, presented by Issuer Services here at the London Stock Exchange. I'm Mairead Everett, and with me today in the studio is Annabel Berry, CEO of Sapphire. Annabel, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for inviting me.
Please tell us a little bit about your company and what you do at Sapphire.
So Sapphire were founded around 23 years ago now in the late 1990s. The sole purpose of the organisation was to help business address the issues around info security and cyber security. So since then we've been specialising in helping businesses protect their organisations around their networks, their assets, their data, and more latterly their people against current and emerging threats. We're also the founder of the National Information Security Conference. So cybersecurity really is our specialist area, and I've been running the organisation for almost 5 years now.
What has Sapphire seen in the last 20 years, and what do they see for future holding of companies?
We've seen some phenomenal changes in the last 20 years, obviously around information security and cyber security. We've seen massive changes in legislation and regulations. The threats have really emerged, covering a vast array of areas now that businesses have to address. And it's a real challenge for people. The World Economic Forum now cites cybersecurity in the top 5 risks globally, and it's something that businesses really have to try and address. So whilst there are emerging threats coming every day, we're also seeing businesses really struggle with getting the basics right around security and making sure that they're protecting their consumers, their employees, and their businesses against what is a real risk to their business.
What are some exciting projects you're working on at the moment?
We're seeing a huge range of projects that organisations are looking at. I think some of the emerging ones particularly would be around resourcing issues. We have a big resource issue in the cybersecurity industry. We don't have enough people coming through. We don't have enough children and students taking computer science subjects now, or are interested in getting into cybersecurity. Obviously, don't need to have necessarily a background in computer sciences these days to get into the world of cybersecurity. I certainly don't. And we're seeing that's a real challenge. So businesses are really struggling with the amount of work that they're having to do, and they're looking to rely on trusted advisors and partners like ourselves to try and help take some of the load off them and make sure that they're as protected as they possibly can be. And the way that we're all working these days has really changed things. It used to be that everyone sat in an office and everyone was sat at a desk, and it was much easier to protect ourselves in some respect. Now, obviously, our employees are working everywhere. There's flexible working. We have a lot in the cloud. Just the digital footprint of our employees is vast, and businesses are really struggling to keep up with that. And the threats are emerging in those type of vectors on an ongoing basis now. So it's moving at a fast pace, and people are struggling to keep up with the basic hygiene, but also to try and address some of the stuff that's coming down the road. And that's our role really, is to help advise around those.
What value does Sapphire put on the customer experience?
The customer experience is absolutely vital for us. It's at the heart of what we do. It's extremely important for me personally. I think honesty and integrity is something that I hold very high in terms of customer service, and that is seen throughout the whole organisation. So I'm very proud to say that we've been nominated for some awards just recently in terms of the way that we do business, as well as our technical expertise and experience. And that really is music to my ears when I get those kind of emails or accolades coming through to say, actually it's the way that we're going about it, the way that we're dealing with our customers, listening and understanding, and also going about our business with integrity, which when you're dealing with people's data, which is now the most valuable asset and commodity in the world, it's really important.
What's coming up for Sapphire in the coming months?
Well, we're growing at a rate of knots at the moment. The cyber industry is growing faster than any other area of IT. So we're taking new staff on board across all of our offices. We have 3 offices in the UK, 1 in Glasgow, 1 in the north, 1 in the south. And we're growing, expanding all our different areas and services, really to meet the growing need and demands of our clients, and to make sure that we're still relevant and we're keeping up to speed with what our customers need and want from a technology and a services perspective.
Thanks so much for coming in, Annabel.
Thanks very much for inviting me.
For more information, please go to the Marketplace page at lsegissuerservices.com. Thank you so much for watching.